All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Spoiler Alert podcast. We finally don't have a mega episode this time around. This should be, normal time, under an hour. It's not going to be the 90 minutes we've been throwing together.
Yeah,
And
back on track finally for like the first time in probably months, actually.
yeah, that sounds right.
Definitely gonna hit a
This,
solid string of movies here too.
which is weird because I'll bring it up here in a second, but like, there's actually no movies releasing this Friday. Everything's
Ru-
already out for the week.
Yeah, like Jurassic World dropped today. I
Yeah.
was gonna go, and then I just did, and I was like, I don't feel like sitting. I went Monday and Tuesday, saw the two movies we're gonna talk about, and I was like, I can't do three in a row. Like I'm gonna, and it's like I'm pretty sure it's like 2.5 hours long or something.
Oh,
Like
really?
it's too much to do right now, and it's gonna get like mid ass reviews. So I was like, you know what? Save it for after the holiday.
Yeah, we got a couple streamers out. A little bit of news here, and then
Mhm.
we'll. I haven't seen anything new, so you got F1 and Megan to
Yeah.
convince me to see. One of them, I'm 100% already gonna, but we'll
Yeah,
see about
definitely.
Megan,
Yeah, we
and
will
then
see.
we'll have a little chat about our favorite Fourth of July slash summer movies.
Hell yeah.
So let's go ahead and hop into here. You said it, Ty. Jurassic World Rebirth is the only theater movie that comes out this week, or rather has already came out. You get Scarlett Johansson and oh god, Mahershala Ali. I really like him. I wish I could pronounce his name better.
Right.
So decent casting. The director Gareth Edwards, did he do the other ones? No. He did Godzilla, so that's similar. Get a
Yeah.
dinosaur in there. Current reviews, it says 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Metacritic, um, why is there nothing up? Metacritic? Metacritic is currently hiding their score. That's usually not great.
Mhm.
But as far as we can tell, it's just yet another Jurassic Park. I'm not skeezing to see it or anything like that. I'm
Right.
sure it'll be fine, but just like the rest of them, it's just another Jurassic Park.
I've never really even been a huge Jurassic Park guy.
Nah,
I think Jurassic World was pretty okay, like the first one of like the modern ones. That I mean,
yeah,
that's probably fucking 15 years ago at this point now, but like that one wasn't even that great with like Chris Pratt and all that. Now they're trying to bring in ScarJo, which I respect it, but I don't know. I'll see it regardless.
right.
I'm sure it's probably gonna be, like, around a 6 or 7 probably if I had to take a wild guess before I actually see it,
That
but
sounds right. That's kind of what the rest of them have been.
yeah.
When the original came out was what 93
Yeah.
Jurassic. I think so. Yeah, 1993. I think that was a big thing just because of the uh, I guess CGI and a lot of it was real too.
Mhm.
Real props for the dinosaurs. That probably uh, shocked and amazed a lot of people. Really neat concept. It's just okay. How many times do they need to learn the lesson?
Right. How many times are they gonna make a new dinosaur and name it something goofy like the fucking
Yeah,
I don't even remember what the last one was, like Endosaurus Rex or just pretty much they just slap Rex at the end of some goofy name, and
right.
everybody's like, "We cannot fuck with that one," and then they end up getting fucked up by that one, they gotta take it down.
Yeah, I did like the Chris Pratt one. It wasn't the best, but I like the concept. It's like a
Yeah.
modern theme park. I'm like, that's cool,
Yeah, definitely.
but we'll see how it ends up. Is it 2.5? Yeah, 2 hours, 14 minutes. So
Okay. Just
you
pushing
got to
it,
kind
yeah.
of commit to that. I'm sure visually it looks great. It's just how long can the story last?
Yeah, definitely.
Next two here, these are both streamers. We get the Old Guard 2, which I don't even remember the Old Guard 1. But this is on Netflix, and apparently it is based on a comic series, which actually the comic series looks pretty sick. It's the same publisher as The Walking Dead, and apparently it has the same artist who did Deadpool and Punisher Max. So the comics are apparently very, very good, which of course is why they're riding off those coattails and
Mhm.
making some movies. First movie did pretty well. 70 on Metacritic, 6.7 on IMDb. Number 2 that just came out apparently sucks butt,
Yeah.
and, no one cares about it. It is at a 5.4 at the moment. Everyone
Ooh,
says it was a waste of time, and it was a complete mess, even though they liked the original.
yeah, the everything I've seen about this looked bad. It's probably not even gonna get watched. I don't even think I saw the first one. Did you see the first one?
I did not, and I didn't care to. It kinda went under the radar.
Yeah, I think so, for
Did we
sure.
ever talk about it? Let's actually find out. We can see.
I
The
definitely didn't.
we never talked about it here, not even as, like, an upcoming movie. Yeah, we never talked about the original one because it came out 5 years ago, and the show had not been created yet.
There we go, that would do it then.
So that figures that one out. So either way, sounds like don't watch this second one,
Mhm.
uh, and we can move on.
Did
Another
you
yeah,
see the poster for the second one?
let me look at it now.
It's just,
Just
like,
kinda
shitty
kneel in
Uma
there.
Thurman holding, like, a sword. It looks, like, so random. It's, like, shitty.
Yeah. It's dusty out here. Eternity
Yeah.
has a price.
They were just like, wait, hold on, let me see. Yeah, they were like, Uma Thurman just looks like she's doing Kill Bill again in the one poster. Like,
Yeah.
no
It's
katana, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder where I've seen this before."
straight up. Uma
Yeah, it's
Thurman's
just
been kind of on a shit track
what has she even
for
been
a
in? Yeah.
minute now. Let's look. Um, Christ. Let's go for the last thing she was good in.
Eternity
Oh
Has a
my.
Price. The
Oh
Old
my.
Guard too.
I am still scrolling. Kill Bill
Right?
Volume 2 was
Oh my,
2004. Since
that's
then,
terrible.
her highest rated movie, producer 6.4, anything higher than 7, that's a show. We won't talk about that one. So 6.4. Nope, that's a short. 6.6, she was in Burnt. She wasn't in that very much. She was in the house that Jack built with what's his name? Joker. Uh
Joaquin Phoenix?
uh
Jared Leto?
oh, I'm completely wrong. It's not him. Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon's in that one.
Ah, okay.
Uma Thurman plays Lady One, which I guess
Huh.
technically is the bigger role. Christ, King of Kings. I don't even know what that is. Oh,
She's
that's
been in stuff pretty consistently too, and they're just all I've never heard of a single one of them. A lot of TV series, a lot of just The War with
oh
Grandpa? I mean, what are we doing here?
yeah, she's just in a bunch of garbage. Like she didn't get worse as an actress. Like, why is she
No.
doing all these?
She was in an episode of American Dad. I have not heard movie 43. That movie was apparently shit. That was way back in
That was a
2013. Now at this
weird one.
point.
There's so many people in that damn movie.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
The
But
Naked
yeah,
Brothers
no one.
Band, the movie. Yeah, I
She
mean,
was
she hasn't been in a good movie since Kill Bill 2, to be honest with you. That's
yeah,
crazy.
insane because you bring up her name and it just holds so much clout
Yeah,
and
it's
just
all it's
now
all
she's
because
not.
of Tarantino
Yep.
and Batman and Robin.
3.8 Batman and Robin. Yeah. um Next streamer here, and the last one that we'll be talking about is Head of State. I did see this kind of pop up. I believe it is a Amazon Prime
Mm.
movie with Idris Elba and John Cena. Prime seems to have a contract with Cena because he was in that
Ricky
other movie.
Snicky.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yep.
he's kind of all about in there. He's being the bad guy now in the WWE.
Mhm.
But when the
They were just
UK
in Pittsburgh
Prime
on Monday?
it's still on Netflix, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
But, like, I
yeah.
was sitting in F1 and our good buddy Frank texted me, he's like, "Hey, dude,
Frank is
you wanna
great.
go to Monday Night Raw?" And I was like, "I'm in a movie right now."
Oh, it was
No
in
kidding you.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it was in Pittsburgh on
Oh, wow.
Monday.
Huh.
And I guess it started earlier for whatever reason, I don't know, but yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Um, but this one seems pretty generic action thriller when the UK Prime Minister
100%.
and the US President become targets of a foreign adversary. They're forced to rely on one another to thwart a global conspiracy. Um, yeah, I mean, look,
That sounds
w-
so cookie cutter, this type of movie.
people like John Cena, people like
Mhm.
Idris Elba. It what's going on here? And I'm pretty sure it looks like one of those more buddy comedy type films,
Yeah,
even though
yep.
it is not listed as a comedy. And I'm like, you're lying.
John Cena's headshot on IMDb is just so funny. It's just like him from back in the day, clearly at like a wrestling
So
thing. He's just got
old.
like a white t-shirt on. Yeah.
He's like 25.
Yeah.
We also get Jack Quaid, Stephen Root.
Jack Quaid. He might be the best actor in that goddamn movie, Jack Quaid.
That
Is that a take?
yeah, a little bit. It's him or Idris. Idris.
Idris Elba's
Uh,
pretty fucking good.
Idris is great. Yeah.
Cena's not
Um,
bad. He's just like not.
no.
He's more of like the comedian, yeah, whatever. But
Yeah. Idris kind of does some weird fucking movies too.
yeah, yeah, we could go on a whole other tangent about him too. He's like Knuckles now.
Yeah, he's Knuckles. He was
He was in
um
Cyberpunk.
oh shit. Heimdall
Yeah, yeah,
in
Heimdall.
Thor.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Suicide Squad. Oh, he was in Cats.
he was?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that poor
played
man.
Macavity.
Dude, I saw Cats in the theater. Not
Oh
not the
my,
movie, like
right,
the
like the
musical.
musical.
God damn, did I almost fall asleep.
I promise I probably would have. Oh, that's so bad.
No,
I
like,
just don't get it. Like they're like,
dude, I have no
I just
idea.
I'm not even a
I have
cat.
no
I'm not a
idea.
cat guy. Nothing about it is cool to me. I fucking hate it all.
No. They, so back in the day, I used to have, like, the season tickets or whatever for the Benedum Center in
Oh,
Pittsburgh, and so, like, that was part of it. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, we'll go." It was so bad until, like, the main song that, like,
yeah,
is the real big one. That was extremely good, but after that and before that, I'm like, "I wanna leave. I wanna go
yeah.
home. This is awful."
Still never seen like an actual Broadway play, but last year we went to see Evil Dead the musical, and goddamn,
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
go
neat.
every year because it was so cool. There's like a
That sounds
splash
cool.
zone, and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole front 3 rows just get soaked in fake blood. So
That's
like we
rad.
were just outside that, but like definitely gonna get splash zone this year. I'll definitely have to like take lots of videos and pictures because it's so fun. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
They just do the Evil
Yeah.
Dead story from like the original, but then they just like they do music out of it. It is awesome.
When we were in New York, we almost went to see Saw, the musical.
Oh my, that'd be wild
And I'm
too.
like, "That sounds really silly, but that might also be
Yeah.
super fun."
Yeah, it's one of those ones, it's like, you kinda, like, have to see it, to believe it.
You just gotta go kinda baked out of your mind and and
Yeah.
just go with it.
Like, it was the end of the musical, and we saw these people carrying out big ass, huge, huge buckets of fake blood. I was like, "That's gonna go all over everybody."
Oh, no.
They're sticking squirt guns down in it and blowing it all over. It was wild. I thought they were gonna start dumping it on people. It was insane.
I'm, speaking of live shows, we're going to the Mothership again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, what are you seeing tomorrow?
Um, we don't know. So it's called
Oh.
The Best of the Mothership, and it's kinda just like a mixed bag
Okay.
of whoever's in the area. So, like, it's been Ron White before, it's been Shane Gillis,
No shit.
Rogan's come up, so it's just kinda who's around, who's in town
That is so
type of
cool.
deal. Yeah. So, I'm excited for that.
I haven't been to a comedy show. We were just talking about this, me and Tay, like, I haven't been to a comedy show in a while.
So,
We usually go quite a bit.
I'm gonna keep an eye out. So, like,
Mhm.
when you guys do come down, I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep an eye
yeah.
out for around then,
Fuck yeah.
and we'll get us tickets. We'll go to the Mothership.
Yeah, I feel like we have to go. When I'm in town,
Yeah,
like,
while you're
we're
there,
gonna Texas
you
more,
got
so
to,
we might as well do the Day to Remember, we might as well do the mothership, we do it all.
for sure. But, that's all I got for upcoming, well, they're not even upcoming releases. These are just
They're
released.
here.
They're out.
Yeah. Next week will be a big week of releases, so we'll definitely have to get on
Yeah,
top of that
that'll be
shit.
much better.
Yeah. Um, some news here this week. It's pretty a decent amount of news in the last week alone, and the first one being, like, the most pretty unexpected one, I'd have to say. Denis Villeneuve, I think is how you say his name, the Dune guy, the, Blade Runner guy. He's gonna direct the next James Bond films at Amazon. So, apparently he's a huge James Bond guy because after they announced it, he said, "Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. He grew up watching James Bond's film with his father, Sean Connery," he said. Not his dad, but he's watched the Sean Connery ones. He's a diehard Bond fan. He goes on and on about it, thanking Amazon and all that. So that's awesome. At least he is passionate about it. So he's probably honestly the best director going right now. I mean him and Nolan I'd have to think are two hand in hand best directors going right now, but I mean I think he'll definitely do it justice. I guess whenever Amazon purchased MGM in 2021, which was for $8.5 billion, they acquired the rights to James Bond. but they only owned 50%. But I think since then, like another deal took place, so now they might own all of it, and but kept some of the people on as like producers and advisors or whatever. But yeah, he's gonna Dune Messiah ends filming, and I think like early 2026, I think, and it'll be coming out sometime in 2026, and then he'll be jumping straight into this. So that's quite like the jump there, Dune Messiah into this. Amazon does have a short list of James Bond candidates. Have you seen this?
No.
So this is kind of a wild one here. There's three of them. This is what the articles are saying. So who knows if they're actually the top candidates or if that's just what they're putting out there. But number one, I don't know if they're in order, but the first one I have on the list is Harris Dickinson. He was in the Iron Claw, one of the brothers. He was in Triangle of Sadness,
Oh.
Kingsman, and he was in that movie Baby Girl, which is a horny old movie, old lady movie. He definitely kinda has the look. He's like, he's probably British, I'd have to bet, but I don't
Yeah.
know. He
Has to
kinda
be.
seems like the
Requirement.
dark horse in this one. The second one, which is this better not happen. I don't think it will. Tom Holland. I don't even wanna
He's
entertain him as James
he's too
Bond.
small.
Too small. I mean, he's starting to finally look like Spider-Man, and apparently he's Nathan Drake, but he's just not James Bond. He's just not.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not. It's he's small, like whatever you can get past that, but
Mhm,
it's more of the like in every James Bond's a womanizer. That's his whole thing.
mhm. Exactly.
I sorry, Tom. You're a fine looking dude. I don't think you're a womanizer.
No, he looks like I mean, he is dating or married to Zendaya, so good for him,
Yeah.
but, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not a woman. He looks like everybody's little brother.
Yeah, he's a little kid.
Yeah. So he's number 2. And then the last one who I think is honestly the best option of the 3, Jacob Elordi, none other than Saltburn himself. He's definitely got the look. He's a little scrawny, I think. So
Hmm.
they beef him up a little bit. I think he'd be the best option out of these folks, but, um, yeah, so those are, that's the short list for James Bond, apparently. We'll see who actually ends up getting casted. Probably, I don't know, within a few months, I'd say they're going to start putting casting out. I'll keep an eye
Usually
out for it.
trying to see. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say usually they have up some odds for the next James Bond, and we do
Yeah.
have that.
Oh, shit.
Current favorite. Do you actually since you just named all of them, do you want to take a guess at the favorite?
It's not Tom Holland, is it?
Nope.
Is it a Lordy or is it Harris Dickinson? It must be one of the two.
Neither.
Neither? Okay, I
Yeah.
know they said they didn't want Henry Cavill, but I think he'd be the best option in my opinion. He might be a little old.
Currently, number one in odds at plus 135, Aaron Taylor Johnson, kick ass.
I don't hate that one bit, actually.
Yeah. I always forget he's English.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the man. He was the best part in 28 years later, and he's hardly in the fucking movie.
Oh, is that true?
He's yeah, yeah.
I forgot he was in it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. He's in the
Oh, fuck,
first
he
20
was
minutes of the movie.
Craven?
Yeah, he's Kraven the Hunter.
I
What
didn't
else? He
remember that
was,
at all.
what else was he just in not too long ago? Bullet Train, he's in Bullet Train. He's good in Bullet Train. Bullet Train is such a slept-on movie. I know we both love it, but it is
I
such a
love this
slept-on
so
movie.
good.
I'm gonna watch it again soon, haven't talked about it now.
Yeah. And I'll just say the tied for second at plus 500 is Aaron Pierre,
I don't even know who the hell that is.
who is not really in much. He's a
Oh, wait,
rebel.
he was in this one we just watched on Netflix not that long ago.
He's Mufasa.
What was it called? Oh, he plays Mufasa, no shit. Rebel
Yeah,
Ridge, that's him, Rebel
Rebel
Ridge.
Ridge, yes. And then Theo James, that's not bad. Theo James.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's cool. I
Yeah.
don't even hate the Aaron Pierce guy, I think that's probably cool too,
Yeah.
if they're gonna go
So,
that route.
where's Tom? Yeah. Oh my god. This is just a joke of a bet here. At plus 30,000, Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh my god.
Can you dude, they couldn't do that to him.
No.
He can't be two
Everybody's
icons.
there'd be too many, like, there'd be, like, a magic joke somewhere tossed in. They can't be, he's always just gonna be associated with magic. Just
Yeah, he
Bond
has
pulls
to.
out the stick.
Pulls out a wand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avada Kedavra. Oh, what the fuck?
Um, so yeah, James Bond news. One more piece of news here. Apparently, we're gonna get a sequel to The Social Network 2. Aaron Sorkin is set to write and direct, which is apparently inspired by Wall Street Journal's The Facebook Files. Apparently, this guy's been teasing it for years. Um, Insiders are saying that it's being called Part Two, but it's not a straight up sequel, rather more just a follow up to the original that came out, I don't know, years and years ago. Apparently, the Wall Street Journal's Facebook Files, though, are an explosive series of articles published in 2021 that expose the inner workings of and multiple harms caused by Facebook. So basically, just a Zuckerberg villain story. It seems like. Apparently, it's I don't know. Apparently, it's not a January 6th movie, and will focus on more than just the 2020 election, but also Facebook's effect on teens, preteens, violence, and countries outside the U.S. So who knows? I mean, it doesn't really sound all that interesting. I don't think there's really a need for a follow up because Facebook these days, who the hell's even on it? I check it every now and then, but I don't even know why. Checking on my grandma. But
Yeah.
yeah. The first one was directed by David Fincher, and now Sorkin's gonna go ahead and direct it now after I guess he wrote the first one, but he's gonna direct it now. Um no production date's been set. We're gonna see if they bring anybody back from the first one, specifically Jesse Eisenberg. Um so we'll see if he's back as Zuckerberg or not. Um I mean, you feel like you have to, but yeah, I mean, the first one's great, but this is just another unnecessary sequel, I think.
Yeah, that it seems to be the trend here.
Hmm. That's a lot these days. That's really it for news. I saw a little bit. I saw something like we're midway to the Oscars, and there's only been one standout movie that is going to get a Best Picture nomination. Can you guess that movie? I liked it more than you did.
It's Sinners, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the article I read said.
What's weird to me, so I'm still on the uh sports book,
Hmm.
and they have Best Picture odds up already
Hmm.
for the 98th Academy Awards. Also, 98 is nuts. That's so many.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit.
Um, and so many of these movies I have never heard of. So the front runner is The Ballad of
The
a
hell is that?
Small Player. Of a
Hmm.
small player. Like, I don't even see it. There's no poster even on IMDb when his past and his debt start to catch up to him. High stakes gambler laying low in Macau enters a kindred spirit who might just hold the key to his salvation. It's Colin Farrell, Tilda Swinton. I don't recognize any of these other people. Edward Berger directing. He directed Conclave,
Oh
All
wow, that's
Quiet
what
on the Western Front.
love that movie.
Anything else? That's pretty much it. Those are the big ones. But yeah, there's like not even a release date. It's just expected 2025.
What the hell? All Quiet on the Western Front is such an underrated movie too, in my opinion. It's
Oh, it's
so
good.
fucking good. So that's why it's a front runner because the dude directed Conclave and All Quiet on the Western Front.
Exactly. You get the name
Upcoming.
value there. Um, I
I feel
hate
like
this.
they're pretty like spot on with some of this shit. Like, oh, this will be it,
Yeah.
Best Picture, but I doubt it.
Fifth in odds, Avatar: Fire and Ash. Fuck that.
Oh my god, it'll probably get a nomination. When's that even
It
come
will.
out? Is it like October,
It's
November? I feel like
yeah,
it's
that's
November.
Avatar: Fire and Ash, December 19th.
Okay, I keep forgetting that's like coming out this year.
I wish it wasn't. Just keep pushing it back. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
they're gonna make 8 or 7 of these?
and he's gonna die. He's gonna
Surely.
die. James Cameron is 1954, 50, 70 years old.
He looks older than that, to be honest with you.
He's had a rough life at sea. But yeah, it's kind of just like the George R. R. Martin thing. Like, how long can he go?
How long can
You
he
need
go
to.
without writing The Winds of Winter? Is that it? The Winds of Winter?
That sounds right. I stopped caring.
I don't give a
I
shit,
gave
yeah,
up.
who
Yeah.
cares? That guy can go fuck off.
But yeah, let's go into our special segment here, I guess. We'll just do a quick discussion of like our favorite Fourth of July movies or summer movies, and then we can get into you convincing me to see or not. So, personally, I can kick us off here. When I think Fourth of July summer movies,
Mhm.
it's usually like kids, school's out, they just get to go have fun. and for me,
Mhm.
that's The Sandlot.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so, and there's even a scene where it is the 4th of July, and they're playing some good old baseball, the American game.
Mhm.
But yeah, Sandlot is such an easy pick for me. It's a classic. Um, some of those dudes got pretty rough now, from what I heard. I think the main kid got in trouble for pissing in public recently or something like that.
Sounds about right.
Um, but hey, man, it's all good. You were the main dude in the Sandlot. I also always forget that Dennis, shit, what's his name? From Ice Age. Uh,
Oh, that's wait.
Dennis Leary.
Oh, right, right.
I always forget he's the stepdad in the Sandlot.
Oh, yeah. It's been
But
so long since I've seen The Sandlot, like,
classic
years.
movie. It's so
It's such a
short,
classic.
and we watched it so often because
Mhm,
at my camp, um, my stepdad only had 2 movies on
mhm,
VHS that we could watch there. It was The Sandlot and Tommy Boy.
mhm.
So, not
Oh, yeah.
complaining, both of those movies freaking rule, but that was all we could watch when we were there.
Yeah. The one that's coming to mind that I don't even know if it's necessarily a summer movie, but I know they're all kids in it, and then it's summertime. It's Stand By Me, one of my favorites of all time, I think.
Yeah,
They're
fuck
just in
yeah.
the they're like, "Let's go see a dead body." They, take the big, it's, days long to get there. They have the run-in with the fucking bad kids. Stephen King banger. Love that
Yeah,
movie. And then
classic.
I started thinking of recent, summer blockbusters, not just movies about summer and 4th of July, summer movie blockbusters that come out. And for me, the best one within it definitely the last couple years, it's Top Gun: Maverick for sure.
Yep.
It's the one that
Just
brought back cinema.
adrenaline, yeah.
Yep. And
That,
that's it.
so I got my new TV hung and everything in the
Mhm.
theater room, and our Top Gun Maverick was up there for the movie we were gonna first watch on it,
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
we actually ended up going with Into the Spider-Verse,
Ooh,
and
nice.
it looked good. I still wanna test it with, real people
Yeah.
movies, so Maverick might be what we do tonight.
How big's that TV?
It's 65.
65. It's a
Yeah,
good
so
number.
65, it's one of them OLEDs.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Um,
banger.
and the darkness is wild.
Mhm.
When I turn off all the lights in that room, it looks like the screen is, built into the wall. It's sick.
That's so cool.
So that's the other thing we'll do when you're here is we'll pound a
Yeah.
ton of movies.
That'll be so sick. I can't wait.
Um, yeah, Top Gun Maverick's a good one. Trying to think of some other ones. A lot of them. Stand By Me. That's a fantastic one. I didn't even think of
Oh my
that.
god, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it, and then I was like, I'm trying to think of, people summertime, and that's the first one that came to me, and honestly, it might be one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it is one of my favorite movies of all time, goes without saying. I'm looking now at a list of biggest summer blockbusters because I just started clicking around. Dark Knight, 2008, that was definitely a summer movie
Oh,
because
summer. Okay.
I think I saw it in, it was whenever the mills was still banging, it was, whenever, midnight releases still happened. I saw Dark Knight at 3 in the morning. I got a 3 o'clock in the morning showing, and then I got out of the movie like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I guess I'm gonna go sleep now. It's 7 o'clock. That's crazy. But that was so good. I mean, that movie too. That might have to be a banger to watch on your in your theater room.
Yeah. And I'll add one last one here, and also one of my favorite movies of all time, Days of Confused.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That again, it goes with the kids. They're out for summer. The movie
Hmm.
pretty much starts with "School's Out" by Twisted Sister,
Hmm.
and then it's just mostly good vibes for the most part in that movie. It's
Definitely.
good. It's what got Matthew McConaughey out there, and it takes place where I live right now, so that's kind of cool too.
So cool. Yeah,
uh,
definitely.
my cousin, speaking of Days of Confused, used to date a guy whose cousin owned uh the what's his guy the guy who was going to be throwing the party, his
Hmm.
house here in Austin.
That's so cool.
And I was mad when they broke up because I didn't get to see it. I was like, hey, you should have waited. I wanted to see the damn house.
That'd be so cool.
But I guess it was up for sale again. They must have just got rid of it. Yep, Austin McConaughey's around here just doing his thing somewhere.
He's got to have more stuff coming out soon. I think. I think I just saw that he was going to be in something soon. I think for Apple.
Oh, really?
I think so. I'm gonna. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't look it up now. Matthew
We also almost
McConaughey.
watched Interstellar, but I couldn't commit to it.
Oh, that's
I'm
gonna
like,
be so
I gotta
good.
I gotta think and sit there.
Right,
Love it,
yeah.
but
Puts you in a pretzel.
it'll be a lot.
Let's see, upcoming for McConaughey. The Lost Bus, that might be it. Adam or it's Kevin McKay.
Oh, that is Apple TV, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember I just saw something about it. I can't remember where. Maybe Reddit.
Paul Greengrass, what the hell of a last name. He
Explores what
did
went wrong in California's Camp Fire, the nation's deadliest wildfire in a century, and how to prevent future tragedies. Huh.
that kinda seems to be
Showcase wildfires all the
this
time.
guy does, tragedy movies because he also did the Flight 93 movie
Oh, that'll do it.
and Captain Phillips. Yep, that's all this guy does.
And the Bourne Ultimatum, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do he did all the Bourne movies, I think.
Did he?
He definitely did Ultimatum and
He did.
Supremacy.
Yeah.
Did he do the Bourne Identity? Is that the first one, the Bourne Identity?
Yes, he did not do that one, it looks like.
Pussy. No, I was kidding.
Bitch. Yes.
He
Is
looks
he
familiar. I don't
older?
know why.
He is. Or actually, he might be this. He looks like he's the same age as Cameron.
He does.
55. James Cameron is a year older.
Oh, so 69. Nice.
Hey.
How you doing?
But Ty, I think in terms of summer, because Austin F1 takes place in, I guess it's technically fall. It's in the October. It's in October. I tried to do a segue there. It didn't work. But you
We'll
saw
work on it.
F1. Tell me why it was awesome.
It was so good, and you probably would have seen. I wonder if they did any filming for this movie there
They
whenever it
did.
was
Yes.
that time. That's so cool.
Yep.
But this one I wasn't really sure about because I'm not much of a Formula One guy to begin with, and I feel like they just did that other movie that's kind of like this not that long ago. I think it was Gran Turismo. That looked so stupid. I still didn't see that. That being said, though, it is from the same director that did Top Gun Maverick, and this felt pretty much exactly like that movie did, just way lower stakes and with cars. So that's a good thing. But that for those of you that don't know, quick synopsis of F1, the movie, is that after a nasty accident almost ended his career, Sonny Hayes, who's Brad Pitt, has retired from Formula One and now races a Porsche. He races all kinds of shit, but he most recently raced a Porsche. But when an opportunity comes from the owner of a struggling team, Sonny makes a return to Formula One racing alongside a hot new rookie teammate. Holy shit, this is really long synopsis, the whole goddamn movie. But soon realizes that he can't take the road to redemption on his own. So, like I said, Brad Pitt is Sonny. We also got Javier Bardem, who is the guy that owns the racing team. They're buddies, I guess, that go way back in racing. And then some. We just talked about this because we were talking about the cast of this movie. Damson Idris, who's mostly done TV series. I was looking him up earlier. He did Twilight Zone and Black Mirror and a few other things. But he's like the young, cool driver that's pretty much just like a dickhead there. And Tom Cruise, or not Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt's there to teach him a lesson, you know. But starting off, the movie just looks fantastic. That's why I definitely recommend making it to the theater for this one, just because the opening race sequence, it just looks so damn cool. You get hooked immediately into the whole racing scene. There's so many shots that reminded me of like Forza Horizon. Like there's like fireworks going off and you see the whole track and all kinds of high speed racing. It's really cool. Gets you in the mood to watch that shit right away. Another thing, Hans Zimmer did the score, which, you know, that's always going to hit. And even the soundtrack had some pretty cool, like, upbeat tunes, and I think yeah, Tiesto the DJ was actually in it for a while because they're in, like, I don't know, wherever they go in foreign countries partying, and, Tiesto was there, so that was cool. Um, if you watch F1, you'll definitely recognize a lot of faces, like Max Verstappen, he was in it.
I did.
Lewis Hamilton, he's an executive producer on this, and he's in the film quite a bit, especially towards the end. Verstappen has
Yeah.
such a good moment in the movie because like Brad Pitt's like not letting him get past him, and then Verstappen does obviously, and then he just gives him the fingers. He's going by, which I'm pretty sure is like accurate. Is he like kind of like
Oh, Max is
no
a wild man.
nonsense? Yeah, yeah.
When I started watching Formula One, Red Bull was still like the underdog and
Hmm.
Mercedes was the king.
Hmm.
So Max Verstappen was my dude. My dad liked Lewis for
Hmm.
Mercedes, so we always kind of went back and forth. And yeah, Max is just a wild man. He
That's so
got
cool.
pissed at George Russell a few races ago and had to like let him pass because he went off track to pass him. And so we had to let him pass through. And so he braked and then went and just nailed him, just dead on smacked him, and
Oh
he got
shit,
like a really big penalty for it. He doesn't give a fuck. It's awesome.
that's wild. So it's like the top racing teams now. Is it like it's like Red Bull and Mercedes still? Then like Red Bull's like the top.
No, so this year is super wild. Last year is when it started to get wild. So Mercedes was dominant for like a decade.
Uh huh.
It was like not fun to watch
Uh
because
huh.
everyone knew that Mercedes was just going to win it all.
Hmm.
And then Red Bull beat them in the last race of the season, which was awesome.
That is so cool.
2 or 3 years ago. It had to be 3 years ago. And then Max and Red Bull won everything the year after that. Last year, it got a little crazy. Max still won the drivers championship,
Hmm.
but Red Bull lost the constructors championship to McLaren.
Oh shit.
And now this year, McLaren's just winning everything.
Oh wow,
Um,
nice.
their 2 drivers are the top 2 for the drivers, and then they're obviously ahead in the constructors. Like Red Bull had a bad time. They got rid of their second driver because he was starting to suck,
Hmm.
and they can't find a backup. Everyone just sucks. It's Max against the world.
Uh huh. That's so cool. That's like kind of like this movie though. Like, so Brad Pitt comes in and he's like the second seat to this team, and like the lead driver's like a young, like like up and coming, like kind of like a douche, basically. Thinks he's way better than he is. The team's like hasn't won a single race all year and they're in
Oh,
danger of being sold. So Javier Bardem goes and finds his old racing buddy Brad Pitt as like a last grasp of like, hey, I need help. But it doesn't go the way you like expect it to, and that's why I love this movie because it's not just like, oh, Brad Pitt comes up and just they all start kicking ass. It's like it's almost cringy how terrible they do in certain
mhm.
points of the movie. Like it's wild, and then they go through like Brad Pitt's just such like a veteran. He knows like all these moves, how to like just win dirty and stuff. Like pretended his car was stalled at the beginning so that he could keep his tires hot longer and shit like that. It was so cool. Definitely made me want to start watching Formula One. But
Yeah.
every race though, it feels intense, and that's definitely just because that's probably how every F1 race feels. But like races in the rain and shit looked amazing. It's real edge of your seat type shit just because they're racing in the rain. It's so high stakes. Um, it keeps up the whole way through the movie. The final race is just pure electricity, though. It's goosebumps type shit. Ended on a really, really strong note. Not gonna get into spoilers about that either, but definitely this is a movie you want to go see at the theater. You go to the theater for movies definitely like this. Um, it was fantastic. I'm gonna go 9.2 on it.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, yeah, pretty high. So it's one of my favorites of the year, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been super excited about it. They've been
Hmm.
filming it for a while, and they
Hmm.
kept talking about it, during every race. They're like, "Oh, Brad Pitt's here."
Hmm.
I think even, Tom Cruise joined him some of the times too.
Yeah.
I think almost all of the training and driving they did was with Mercedes. And I know Lewis did, obviously as a producer, Lewis did a lot of help with Brad Pitt to make it a bit more realistic for driving and everything.
Yeah, that's so cool. I definitely wanna start watching. I know it's on, like, at such random times, though, isn't it? Like,
It's
always, like,
hard, yeah, because it's
because that's
usually
always in,
halfway
like,
across the world.
yeah, yep. So cool, though.
Yeah,
Great movie.
the it's a shame, we went 1 year when it was here in Austin.
Mhm.
The problem is, it is the same week as when we were young in Vegas.
Oh,
So we're
yeah.
always there instead of the F1 race, otherwise I'd still be going.
Yeah, that's so cool. This is definitely one you're gonna like then, especially if you're big into F1. Like I said, the story is, like it's not some kinda complex, hard story to get into. It's just a simple enough story, but that I don't take away points for that. It's an awesome movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see it. I mean, I didn't need any convincing, but I'm glad
Mhm.
that, you confirmed my bias.
Mhm.
So yeah, I need to get there. It one of the few movies that I'm actually like, okay, I want to see this in IMAX and like even D box.
Right.
There's very
Yeah.
few movies that I'm like, I I I have to see it in IMAX. Very few.
Mhm.
It's kind of lost its charm a little bit, but
Yeah,
this,
definitely.
like Maverick might have been the last one we were just talking about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a movie in IMAX in so long.
Yeah, there's just like not a need as much.
Mhm.
Like I can't think of anything that's come out recently that would, probably require IMAX. Like I'm looking, you can maybe say some of the superhero movies, not really.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'm looking through what we've seen this year. I don't think any of them justify being in IMAX.
No, like I know
Mission
Sinners got a
Impossible
big
did.
IMAX release, but it's like that movie doesn't need to be IMAX. You could
No,
still,
right.
yeah. But a movie like this, though, for sure, definitely
Yeah.
IMAX worthy. Which will lead me into the second movie and the last movie of the episode here, which is definitely not IMAX worthy because it sucks. And that is, of course, M3GAN 2.0, M3GAN 2.0. Um, I knew what to expect, and it was still bad. Um, so if a movie looks bad and it sounds bad and it's marketed bad, it turns out it's gonna be bad and it's gonna do bad at the theater. Which after I talk about this, I'm gonna go into like a little spiel about Blumhouse because I saw an article about how they're just in the shitter right now, which is
Mm.
kind of wild. But the first movie wasn't terrible. I think I gotta check my ratings. I think I probably gave it like a 6 or maybe even a 7. I'll check that out now 'cause I'm curious. Let's see. What did it come out like 2022?
2023, you gave it a 6.
There we go. That sounds right about right. Um, but it was passable, like more sci-fi horror, the last one. This one, though, it kind of leans into just like sci-fi, like kind of like action, and it's just not very good action. There's not very much action, and they kind of try to take the comedy route,
Yeah.
and then they pretty much the whole movie is just basically that AI is bad. The movie, um, but it's
Wasn't
set
that
two
the
years.
first one?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just that, but again, with more government people in it. This one. But it's basically 2 years after the first movie. The creator, Gemma, she, resorts to resurrecting her infamous creature in order to take down Amelia, the military-grade weapon who was built by the defense contractor who stole Megan's underlying tech. Um, Same guy did the first movie. He hasn't done much else at all, so he kinda did okay with Megan somehow, and then they're like, "Okay, go ahead, do a sequel." And now he's probably getting shit for it because it didn't do well at all last weekend.
Sounds like
Um
the Paranormal Activity guy.
Exactly. So, funny enough, both this and the first Megan have a 6.3 on IMDb somehow, but I'm pretty sure that this movie is getting shit on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me see. I'll take a quick look. They really need to make it quicker to find this shit. You have to type the three. Yeah. So, 58% critic score, 83% of audiences think it's a solid
Wow.
movie, but it's pretty high. Yeah. Also, the Megan just looks really shitty in this one. I don't know if the CGI is worse for her or something. If you
Huh.
click on any of these pictures, like the one with her in that little short blonde wig, it looks so bad. But the same two or I think the same four people from the beginning or the original one, the aunt and her young niece, whatever, Katie, I think's her name, and then like her two friends, they're all in it. But this new AI girl, Amelia, the actress that plays her, just looks like a fucking robot. They just
Eh,
do her up to make her look a little bit more like robotic, but she looks like she's a good looking girl, but they make her look. It's like that uncanny valley, like she looks kind of fake. Her name is Ivana Sakno. I guess she's been in like the Ashoka Star Wars show and the movie called The Spy Who Dumped Me, and then now this. She kind of looks like Elizabeth Olsen too, but I mean,
yeah.
she did pretty good at playing an AI robot because she looks dead on accurate at it. It's
She's a
freaked me
robot.
out. But her looking like that because it's not like CGI or anything. It made Megan look like shit. Um, but I mean, yeah, right off the bat, I knew how this one was gonna go. It was pretty straightforward. That you think Megan's dead from the last one, and then turns out she's still around the whole time since the end of the last movie, 'cause that's what they teased, and somehow she had an underground layer underneath their house. Hear me out.
What?
Underground layer. They call it a layer in the movie. Um, and she somehow like was able to rig herself into like some kind of old shitty looking like like the Sid's Toy Story toys in Toy Story.
Yeah.
So they're all fucked up in weird pieces. That's basically what she did to herself,
Oh,
made herself like a robot again. Um, just looked all shitty and gross. What was I getting at with that? But yeah, she lived under their house this whole time, and then there's a couple funny parts from that. she like stops like the FBI from breaking in to like warn the girl that made Megan or something like that, or something. The FBI's coming to get her, but like Megan keeps like doing some Home Alone ass shit to like the smart house to make them all like get fucked up, Home Alone style. So that was kind of funny. Other funny part is like the little girl from the first one. After like the whole Megan thing, they put her in martial arts. They put her in fucking Aikido, which is Steven Seagal's fucking martial
Oh
arts.
yeah, yeah.
And she's got, like, a poster of him hanging up in her room, it's really funny, and she, like, flips people over and shit, um, but it's just funny because it's a keto. Um, the entire movie, though, like I said, it's basically just hacker cliche nerd shit, talking, standing around talking. They build, like, a weapons-grade robot to defeat the main robot in, like, 25 minutes in that lair. Megan gets her ass kicked a lot, and you think she's gone for good, like, 3 different times in this movie, but actually she's still there. Um They try to make you think that actually Megan's been pulling the strings the whole time, and she's actually the Amelia robot, but then they double cross you again, and it turns out like the guy, like an Elon Musk type guy in the government was actually doing it to make you think how terrible AI is and shit. It's so like
Yeah.
stupid. Um, so then like the end, okay? Because I know you're not gonna see it. Maybe throw it on for the hell of it sometime if it's ever
Yeah.
streaming. But the end, there's like a an EMP explosion that's supposed to kill every electronic in like all this
Okay.
like space or whatever. But of course, Megan somehow survives that shit.
Of course.
Just every time that Megan girl speaks, it's cringe. They talk, not talk. They say the line in the trailer like the hold on to your vaginas and like what are you doing, meat sacks, shit like that. It's all very cringy shit that probably would have hit like 20 years ago funny, but now it's just like oh my god. Yeah, and the worst part is that there's just not even that much action. For the way they wanted this one to be, like less horror, more like sci-fi action, there's not much of it at all. It's just a lot of standing around and bullshitting about how they're going to stop this robot, just from to stop the robot on the first attempt. And it was just like it was pointless. I get what they did. The first one made money on its small budget, but this one's not gonna. And then that's gonna lead me into my next thing about Blumhouse. But yeah, this one boring. I gave it a 3.5. So, I mean, it wasn't like
Yikes.
absolute worst, but definitely, I think one of my lowest of the year, if not the lowest. I think it might be a little bit better than the first one I saw this whole year, which is the Pinocchio or the Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare. I like this a little bit better than that, even though that one was almost more fun to watch.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like they did the previews and everything. It really seemed like they dug into the dancing weird
yeah,
shit like that because
that was so cringy.
that's what got a lot of attention in the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, "Oh, let's just do that again." I'm like, "No,
Uh huh.
why? It's weird. Stop. It's creepy." And not
Yeah,
creepy as in like, "Oh, I'm scared." It's creepy as in this is like supposed to be an adolescent doll that
right.
you're kind of idolizing out there in a weird way.
So weird. So that'll lead me into this whole spiel of here about Blumhouse I ran into a little bit ago. Um, so apparently it's already a flop at the box office, and it's apparently now like a string of movies for Blumhouse which have underperformed, going back like 18 months, which is a long time for them because they're so known for making shitty low budget movies and pumping them out and then just getting all their money back and then some. But so apparently back in the day, Jason Blum left working with Harvey Weinstein and made his own company and got Paranormal Activity, which we talked about earlier too. And then from there, that's how this all came to be because he got Paranormal Activity for less than like 15K or whatever, and then it made hundreds of millions of dollars. And then so he had his hands in two Oscar winners, which I didn't know. He had his hand in Get Out, which won an Oscar, and
Uh-huh.
Black Klansman. He produced both of those, which I didn't
Huh.
know. But so 2024, their releases were Wolfman, which made $34.1 million globally. The Woman in the Yard, which was apparently dog shit,
Yeah, that was
and then that
bad.
movie Drop,
Yeah.
which just came out not that long ago, made $28 million. So shitty. But oh wait, where's I at? So Megan 2 it cost at least 25 million to produce before marketing, which they've definitely been marketing this movie like a shitload, and it made like $10 million over the weekend and $17 million globally. So it's definitely a little bit of a bomb there for them. Definitely a bomb. Um, But apparently, like, the whole thing about this one is that they made it instead of, like I said, kinda like the horror aspect, they made it more actiony. They tried to go the Terminator 2 route, like what Jason Blum like was on a podcast and like talked about this, I guess. And then audiences just weren't interested. Nobody really cared about it. So it's just a whole shit show now at Blumhouse about it because their next couple movies here coming up are Black Phone 2, which that'll probably be okay because I think the first one didn't do terribly. And then December is going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I'm sure it's going to make more money, but apparently tested terrible with test audiences. But then there's still a spin-off of Megan, like whatever, I can't remember what it was going to be called, like Soulmate or something like that. That was supposed to come out in January. I wouldn't be surprised if they tank that thing. So that's Blumhouse's downfall at the moment. They're soul
Yeah,
searching, he says.
haven't had a ton of success.
Yeah.
What
So
I'm
yeah, Megan,
curious.
not worth going to see.
Let's check out how it's kind of done weekly on the box office. It just came out, right?
Yeah, it came out last, I guess, Friday.
Uh, it got fourth.
Ooh.
F1 took the biggest. Yeah, so F1 and Megan were the only two movies that came out this week. So that means Megan had two movies that were already out beat them in
Damn.
weekend revenue. And those two movies are How to Train Your Dragon and Alio, which is the new Pixar. Yeah, Megan made 10.2 million.
That's so bad.
To compare, F1 made 57.
Yeah. It's gonna do even more over this weekend too, which I'm sure Jurassic Park's gonna probably do well this weekend, they're saying, but F1 will definitely do pretty good too. It's way more of a summer blockbuster than Jurassic
For
World, but
sure.
I mean the family aspect of Jurassic World too, but who knows?
All right, damn. Ended on a down note. We usually don't do that.
Yeah, Megan sucked. Like
Yeah, fair.
could have I guess we could have saved F1 for last, but
Nah, it's all good. I
it's
like
more
it.
fun to it's more fun to shit on a movie than talk good about a movie.
Not everything can be happy.
Right.
But Ty, with that, that puts F1 number one overall currently for our films.
It probably will be. I wouldn't
And
be surprised if it doesn't at least stay that way for a while once you see it.
yeah,
Unless
definitely
you hate it,
agree.
which I'd be surprised if you
That'd
hate
be
it.
weird. That'd be wild. If I went in, I'm like, this is shit.
Yeah, I don't see how you could hate it. I could see like maybe not a 9, but I don't see
Sure.
hate.
Well, even if I did, like, I think it would still
It would still probably
end
be
up
up
pretty
there.
high. Yeah. And
I
then,
think the floor view would probably be like a 6, like a low, like a
okay,
that's as low as I feel like you
I'd
could
have to
possibly go.
really hate it.
Yeah, right.
Um, but Megan tied for 37, so not great.
Yeah. Speaking of like shitty movies, it's been a while since I've seen a Pooniverse movie. I wonder what's going on with them.
Didn't
I still
was
think the
it
Bambi one's
Bambi?
supposed to. I still
Bambi,
think
yeah.
that's supposed to be the next one that comes out. I'm going to look into that real quick because I want to go whenever it comes out.
Yeah, better than Megan
Bambi,
probably.
The Reckoning. It still says 2025.
Okay.
Um, trying to find a release date. Of course, IMDb is terrible with that shit.
I don't know why it's so bad. Like, you would think that would be an easy thing.
It should be their only thing. Yeah. Bambi the Reckoning release date. Let's see. July 25th? Oh shit, it's coming up apparently.
There you go.
Yes. I'm gonna check my movie app now and see if there's any showtimes yet. Yeah, I mean the first one, the most recent one before that was Peter Pan.
Was Peter Pan officially part of the Pooniverse?
I think so, yeah.
It feels so stupid to say.
It's so stupid, but it's like such part of our lore now.
Yeah, that was that one of the first movies we reviewed?
Sure, like I was like, I gotta see this movie, it's gonna be terrible, and then ever since then I'm hooked. I can't believe it
Right.
comes out this month. That's
So
freaking huge.
Pooniverse got all right. We got Winnie the Pooh; those are already out. Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare that came out, and
Hmm.
then Pinocchio Unstrung is the next one,
Oh
also coming
shit.
out this year.
No way. We're
Oh,
gonna get 3
oh,
releases this year.
hold up! We're gonna get an Avengers type
That's
movie.
right.
Pooniverse Monsters Assemble.
I will be front row for that. They don't have any dates showing on my app yet, but it's there. So it still
They don't
says
even
it
know.
says July 25th for this. Not rated, of course. But after a mother and son get in a car wreck, they soon become haunted by Bambi, a mutant grief-stricken deer on a deadly rampage, seeking revenge for the death of his mother.
Oh, I bet they hit the mom. That's what's gonna happen.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, take the mom out. Also, Disney. I think we've talked about Disney hates fucking parents.
Oh yeah.
Every like OG Disney movie, the mom dies, the dad's a jerk. It's
Yep.
crazy. Even newer ones like Finding Nemo,
Mhm.
mama gets chomped.
Oh yeah. On a high note, though, I mean, I think next week's Superman week, which I'm
Yep.
excited for that because I don't think I'm gonna like it all that much. And
Yeah, that's
then
gonna be a good debate between us because I think I texted
yeah,
you. I'm like, I think this is a hot take. Like, I don't think I'm gonna like either one of them,
yeah,
but I'm my current thought is that Superman is gonna be better than Fantastic Four, and that's
yeah. And I'm
definitely
the
some
opposite.
bias. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. So we have those two coming up, and then there's like that movie Together coming out at the end of the month, which still has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. It's that body horror with Dave Franco in it
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Didn't they
and
get
his
sued
wife.
for that?
They did because they thought it was similar to another movie, but apparently
Yeah.
the script for this one got done a year before that other one came out.
Oh,
So
that's funny.
I guess they got cleared of that, which is cool. But I know
What
what you did last summer. That's coming out
the
too. Speaking of summer movies,
what's his Ari Aster's movie's coming out too, right?
Eddington, yeah, it comes out in like
Paddington.
2 weeks
Yeah.
or so. Getting
Yep,
shit
yep.
on. I don't think anybody likes it.
Yeah. He ran his course. He got his 15 minutes of fame.
I think so. He might be
I think
cooked.
he's done. I think he's done.
This might do him in. He might have to try to do like Hereditary 2 or something after this because it's.
Dude, can you imagine?
I can. We live in a world where I can imagine that now
Yeah,
somehow.
you can. Yeah, that's true.
Midsummer do something like that. One of my most anticipated movies now is fucking The Naked Gun.
Yeah, dude. That's
The trailer is so
gonna be
damn
funny.
funny. I watched the
L
trailer yesterday at the movie theater and it was so funny. People were cracking up.
fucking, Liam?
Yeah.
Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam Neeson, Jesus. He's funny.
Oh, he's the
Like,
man.
you wouldn't think that. Like, I mean, he's worked with, Seth MacFarlane. He was in some Family Guy episodes. He was in Ted.
Yeah.
Like, he's funny.
Yeah, he's like the man, I think. He just kind of like he did his whole like action thing and now they're just like he's just, do you.
Yeah,
73 years
absolutely.
old.
He's a badass. Older than fucking James Cameron,
Older than Jimmy
looks better.
Cameron. Looks way better.
Way better. It's Qui-Gon Jinn, he doesn't age. He just it's
Exactly. Fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
RIP. Alright, Ty, I think that'll do it. Shorter episode here. I think we just hit under an hour. So,
Nice.
yeah, next week we'll get some Superman, and hopefully I'll
Superman's a
see
big one.
F1.
Jurassic World. I'll see Jurassic World too.
Hell yeah.
So we'll probably have to do it like next, like maybe Sunday because Superman will come out on Thursday for us. So we won't be able to record on Wednesday. So that means we would have to do a weekend so we can both see Superman, right?
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So yeah, the Superman episode coming up, Jurassic World. Then after that, we'll see.
That's that. Bye-bye.